Indiana, Memorial Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, Indiana Penn State turned out to be the moment for the Hoosiers last year. Getting past Penn State with that crazy catch in the end zone, that is what propelled them and gave them momentum towards a national championship. But Penn State, never an easy team. They are going to be on a rise with their new head coach, Matt Campbell. Let's see who comes out on top. A revamped Indiana team or new coach, Penn State. A lot of new faces. This should be amazing. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Nittany Lions ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get it down at the 35.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it for a big play. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Wants to throw again. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Richard. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. It's complete.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it.
Touchdown, Indiana! He got it back corner of the end zone.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. A quick pass to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Hansen. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Becker.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it and advance and get what he can get.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Delayed handoff. It's Richard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hendy were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Hoover. Here's a heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Indiana! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Using his legs, it's Hansen. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's back. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Punt is in the air. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. It's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
That's reeled in. It's Marsh. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Beebe. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw it. Hoover. On target. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And
that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. It's caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going with the counter play here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Under fire. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the left. They've got the 1st down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. To the air, it's Beck. Unloads to the right. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the home squad engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Running inside, it's Peoples. And they swarm him under.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
To throw, it's Beck. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Preston. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive, and they're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He's got an open man. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Beebe. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll sneak it. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. Trying to barge in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Hansen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Beck. Under fire. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it down the field. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got the back over the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State.
And honestly, David, the defense does not look locked in these last 2 plays at all. They had the pass interference. There was guys complaining on the field. They looked a bit discombobulated, late getting lined up. The very next play, though, the offense is able to take advantage of it, running it in for a score.
Man, you got to get physical down there, man. When you get inside the 5-yard line, you know what's coming a lot of the times, man, and you got to meet that physical challenge. You can't pout. You can't look to the sidelines. You can't say, why did you throw the flag? You got to get ready to play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's Becker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Richard. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Soft spot in the middle. Makes a grab and room to run. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. It's a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Richard. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's got him. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's caught. It's Marsh.
Well, if you're a fan watching this offense, you have got to love what you're seeing from your new quarterback. They knew going to the portal was going to be a major, major deal for them coming into this season. They found a really good one. Already over 300 yards passing in this game. And guys, if he can keep this up and he can stay consistent, this offense goes to the next level, and who knows what they're capable of come end of season.
Complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The Hoosiers are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter, you got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down, better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hoosiers right back at them. extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Beck. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
He makes the catch. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And they're not on the same page there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. It's complete to the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Back to pass. It's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Trying play action. Release to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running inside. It's Beebe. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Hoosiers enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. Gonna run it. It's Richard. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.